Sure. If the minion changes go through, we riot. Oh boy, they're about. You know what's even worse is like I feel like they're gonna be so buggy too. The minions are already so buggy in this game. Yeah, I don't think we need to read this top part. These new ratios aren't meant to make AP builds strong. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's relevant. They're buffing Ikshan? Yeah. 30 changes to items? Yeah, I guess it's too big of a patch. Dirty fighting. You know, I thought that was Set's passive name. Set's passive is just what? It's not grid, is it? Yeah, that's like Graves. Wait, what is Set's passive? I thought that was his passive name for some reason. Yeah, he's one of the best mid laners in the game right now, Ikshan. And then these item changes are extremely good for him. And then he just gets buffed. Oh, it's Pig, right? What the fuck? Ikshan is the first of a few champs who might buy Gwinsu's and has no AP ratios. Okay. So his passive has same base damage, but also 60% AP. Wow, that's like a lot. That's a lot to just gain randomly from like 0. His shield goes from same. Just scales more like his base stats. So it's a 10% shield reduction early mid-game, right? The Avenger Ring gives him 5% more move speed for every 100 AP. I mean, would he even get to 100 AP? That'll give him like a couple more move speed. Gets their champs adjusted to the... No, I know, what the fuck. Ballista, whatever, who cares? E slows a little bit off AP, 5%. Like, they're not getting hundreds of AP, so it doesn't matter. Physical damage is 20. See how come? So you see how her Q or no, her E is 20% AP. Additional stack damage 20%. Okay. The glue spit, yeah. Home of the great Gonzalez. Don't forget it either. At rigged ass tournament. Kindred W gets what? 20% AP. Like every time the wolf bites. So look how many numbers this move has. It has a base damage, AD scaling, now it has AP scaling. And then it does 1.5% of your current health, and it is 1% more per mark. Jesus. All it is a dog biting you, bro. Or he's slow. Well, all these slowing, they all gained slows based on AP, like slow percent. This is definitely a range bias, actually. Nico, okay, she already just got reworked. Q damage to monsters is higher. W bonus damage to monsters 25 higher. It's a lot because it's like auto attacks. And our R does 20% more AP damage. Damn, is she that bad? Nico that trash? Man, buffed everything, bro. And people are gonna play on hit Nico jungle, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so cringe. Minion's gonna gank you and just auto you 100 times out of nowhere. It's gonna be so dumb. Freak literally saying top is balanced around counterpicks. I think it's just over for us. Balanced around counterpicks. Look at the description where. For Nico? Oh, for Vayne? Q AP ratio added. AP Vayne is not real. AP Vayne cannot hurt you. Okay. Once again, this AP ratio on Tumble is just here to make Rage Blade. Okay. Who cares if the Rage Blade stats are... You gotta use the entire item? You know how many times I bought Essence Reaper on Kled? I wasn't like, damn, I wish this mana gave me something too. Q Tumble. Bonus physical damage on next attack. 50% AP. That's insane because Static Shiv is 50% AP as well. So you actually get 100% AP on a Q auto, and that's just one. Critical strike item. Damn, we're going... Where, are those the only champ changes? Going straight to crit items? Damn, the only champ changes are just these ADCs? What are these icons, bro? What is this Blast Cone icon? That has to be new. I've never seen that. Blast Cone. That goes kind of crazy. I like the red trinket just sneaking behind the blue one. Dude, look at this adjusted. It's just every item and more. Yeah, that's enough of that. Okay, who cares about these ADC items? I mean changes. Bloodthirster. Okay. With Immortal Shield Bow moving to Legendary slot, Bloodthirster needs a new niche. Okay. Buying Bloodthirster is a shot call that you'll remain a shot call. So you buying Bloodthirster is you telling your team, I'm gonna stay healthy and undisturbed in the back. True. Cost 3,200, 55 AD, 20% crit, 18% lifesteal. This is a broken item, bro. And then it gives you up to 40 AD. This shit is not balanced, bro. This one item can give you 95 AD and 18% lifesteal. And 20% crit. What is this? Yeah, every ADC is going to be Shack on 4th item when they buy it. Dude, 20% lifesteal on one item that can also give 95 AD. What a meme. Gale Force. The one crit mythic that's remaining. Wait. Gale Force is the one crit mythic that's remaining mythic. Okay, I guess that's true. The opportunity cost of IE, Quick Plays, Rage Blade. Okay, land is squarely stronger than the old version against squishies, but requires building more crit. Is going to scale off crit. Yeah, dude, I don't know how you're going to mess up your build now on ADC, but they'll find a way. So it goes same price, 3,400, 55 AD, 15% attack speed, 20% crit, 7% move speed. What's different about the dash? Wait, so it's still going to be 90 seconds? Or no, it's 110 now, so it's going to be lower cooldown. Damage increase based on your target's missing health. Must be nice, man. I think Dismount Kled can tank that. Okay, whatever. I can't believe it's a lower cooldown, but I guess not that many people will buy this. Since IE and Quick Blades, Rage Blade, those are all mythics. So probably not that many champs are even going to buy this. I wonder who's even going to buy this. 90-second cooldown is pretty crazy for like a dash that does hella damage. And it gives 7% move speed. I mean, what's stopping a melee champ from buying this, honestly? It costs so much money, that's the problem. 3,400. B, there you go. Typhoon. Okay, that's an Ornn item. Gwinsu's. I think we already know what this does. Yeah, trend, but like then he doesn't get Quick Blades or IE. Now it's like a weird item now. Like it sounds good, but if you were a champ that would buy it, there's probably something else you'd buy. It's weird. I can't believe this is really gonna ship with 5% armor pen, 6% magic pen on the same. You get both of them. That might be one of the craziest things of all time. Shield bow, 3k gold. Shield bow makes sense as a generically accessible source of anti-burst. Shield bow is not meant to be bought early. Hear that, Mutasho? Don't buy this early. Those numbers don't get nerfed after Eclipse Pen. I mean, Divine Pen is what, 3-3 now? Like 3 physical, 3 magic? And then Eclipse is just 4% only armor pen. How can they possibly justify this is 5% armor and then 6% magic? How could anyone justify that? There's 2 other items that give pen on their mythics. Yeah, what up, Rand Fox? What's good, man? It's so clearly broken. Like it so clearly has like favoritism on it. Alright, this is 3k, 50 AD, 20% crit, 7% lifesteal, that's it. No attack speed. What's the shield looking like? 215 to 500, but it says the shield doesn't start scaling until level 12. So it's like a smaller shield. When Lifeline is triggered, damn, you don't get AD anymore, you get attack speed. Man, I wish they kept the AD on it. Freaking use those items to climb with a silver. Yeah, I'm looking at the patch notes. This item kind of sucks, to be honest. 7% lifesteal, and then the shield got nerfed. Whatever. It's okay, I guess. It's not that expensive, it's only 3k. Like a weird item though. I guess like a late game 500 shield. It's okay. Look at the build path. It's Noon Quiver. Wait. No, it's Pickaxe, Cloak, Vamp. Yo! 600 gold. Pickaxe, Vamp? Yeah, that sucks. This is an ugly ass item. Yeah, this is like so specifically you should just be ranged, and it's like late game. Otherwise, don't buy it. But also you would just go Bloodthirster anyway. I guess you're supposed to go Bloodthirster and Shield Bow. I mean, hopefully you're a Gwynsu's champ, so then you already have all the hybrid damage and pen. It's like weird as fuck. Infinity Edge. This is the mythic. 70 AD, 20% crit, 35% crit damage. Okay. Pretty straightforward item. Don't really need to talk about that. 100 AD. Is this like the most any Ornn item gains? Oh wait, so it doesn't... Oh, they took away the crit damage amplifier, unless they just forgot to type it here. On the PB, the Ornn item gave you more crit damage too. But it gave you 95 AD, right? On the PB, the Ornn item? I think they just changed it to just be 100 AD, and like, that's it. I mean, that's still good, but... more crit damage would have been better. This shit... How much did I type for this item, bro? Energizes effects of infrequent big hits. Feel more... What are we saying right now? Herchies is also getting a small increase to its gold efficiency. 700 cost. It builds out a longsword. 350. 15 AD. So there's no attack speed. It's just a 15 AD item that gives you 60 bonus magic damage. Okay. Kind of weird. Kerchies? How are you supposed to say it? Kerchies? How are you supposed to say this item? Brecken Slayer, bring it down. So what does this item look like here? It's going to be 3k. Builds out a Noon Quiver, Cloak, or Curve Bow. It's only 400 gold to finish up down. 40 AD, 30% attack speed, 20% crit. And then it gives you this ramping magic damage, which is 20, 60% of your total AD. What? That's weird. It's weird that it's total for an ADC item. 45% AP bonus magic damage. And then if you proc it again on the same target, it goes up by 50%, up to 100% increased damage. So up to 120% of your total AD. Yeah, this is bounce. This is bounce. I mean, if you have Kraken Gwynsu's, you just win, bro. Like, I don't understand. You kill anything on your screen. Mercurial gets 10 more MR. Let's go. Nearly never. Every time this item shows up in the patch notes, it always says it's never purchased. Nobody buys it. Every time it shows up. There's still a massive damage loss compared to an offensive-oriented item. So it's bad on on-hit champs? What, this? No, it's good on on-hit champs. Why would it be bad? You're saying because you wouldn't have that much AD or AP? I mean, you'll get like Gwynsu's. Orc. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's meant for on-hit champs. Your Jinx will still build rapid fire second. Water Minder gets 5 more AD. At least this still went there because I built this on Kled. Much, much worse than Lord Dominic's. Feels like a punishment if a crit user is the one applying Grievous. Like, did Freak type this out, bro? It's like, this item is dog shit. Every time I buy it, it's like my stats go down the drain. It needs a buff. Every time I touch this item, I wish I had Lord Dominic's. Jesus, bro. It made it sound like the worst item ever, and then all I got was a 5 AD buff anyway. This is literally an ADC typing. Feels like a punishment? Yeah, damn, that item is so bad, bro. What? Quick Blades. Welcome to the Mythic League. Shut up. Excellent item for crit users with high uptime on both basic attacks and abilities. Yeah, they're just describing Quick Blades to me right now. That's a mythic item. 3,400 is the same item, basically. Same item, but you don't need 40% crit to start getting the cooldown reduction. And it gives you 5 haste. Can't build this on Kled anymore. I mean, you could, but yeah, I mean, you're still gonna go mortal. Or I'm still gonna go mortal, so you'll still have 20% crit like outside of your mythic. But yeah, I'm gonna be going Youmu's really. Flicker, Noon Quiver. So it doesn't build into any mythic item. Phantom Dancer like randomly got nerfed. It's not really random because Phantom Dancer is really strong, but I guess I don't really see people complaining about it. It's 200 more gold for 5% more attack speed, so it got nerfed. Also, like a weird build path. What are we? Some kind of Mythic Legends? Flicker. Just laughing at the name. Yeah, I'm gonna be mostly going Ravenous Youmu's. Yo, what up, Ludicolo? I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Well, the new patch notes came out. The patch is actually not until Thursday. I got delayed. Normally it would be tomorrow. Would Cyril does not be better now with Mortal? No, because they just buffed Mortal too. So like when you compare the two items, to me it makes no sense to go Sorelda's, at least on Kled. I don't know about other champs, but at least for Kled, to me it makes no sense to go Sorelda's, because Sorelda's is 3,200 gold for 45 AD. So Mortal is 200 gold cheaper, and it's only going to be 5 AD difference now. You get the same armor pen, but then instead of haste you get crit, which I think is fine because your first couple items are so much haste. You know, Ravenous is 25 haste by itself, and then Youmu's is going to be like, what, 20 haste now? And then you either have a slow on your ability damage, and it's only a 30% slow, which for Kled doesn't matter, because if you're on somebody as Kled, you're probably just on them. And you know, your Q slows for way more than 30% and longer, so it doesn't stack. So I feel like 40% Grievous on all of your physical damage, and it's like AoE and instant because you have Hydra. I feel like that's such a better passive than just a slow. At least for me, I feel like 40% anti-heal in this meta is so much better. And it's just on all of your damage instantly, and you have Hydra, so you're proccing on AoE. I think that's better than the slow. And plus, anyway, if you go Prowler's Claw, you have the slow anyway. Like a stronger slow. But I don't know, I feel like this item is pointless on Kled when you could just go Immortal. And especially because when you want your armor pen as Kled, like you want to get there right away. So being 200 gold cheaper is like a pretty big deal. Because it's like your third, fourth item pretty much every game. It's like third, fourth. It's like right into mid-game. So you want to build it. You want to just have it finished as fast as you can. And because Youmu's is like going to be 8 AD on its mythic passive, like finishing an item 200 gold cheaper and getting the 8 AD right away is pretty big. But yeah, I still think Immortal is like way better, especially on this patch. I think it's definitely better than going Sorelda's. I think you could go Sorelda's if you want. I just feel like it's a worse option. Even if you don't have quick, you don't even need quick blade synergy. Like 20% crit is still useful because you auto so much as Kled. Like you're gonna crit and you have so much AD and pen. Like your crits are gonna hurt anyway. What is this? Rapid fire. 3k, 30 AD. Gives like no attack speed, but still gives crit move speed. Your energized attack applies 60 to 140 magic. It used to just be 120. I mean, it doesn't change that much. It's supposed to be a late game item. But people always want to rush it. Maybe people will stop rushing because it's 3k now. New Prowler is going to be third, fourth. Yeah, pretty much. You'll go Ravenous, Mythic item, usually Youmu's, and then your your third item is either going to be Mortal Reminder or Prowlers. And then whichever one you didn't go, that would be your next item. So fifth, sixth item are just the defensive, you know, late game situational items, like Maw or GA, or you could go with Shield Bow if you don't need Maw, or you could go Serpents if you need it. I mean, there's a lot of late game options. Like those are like, once you're that late in the game, it's just situation items. You could go Hullbreaker. You have a bunch of options at the end of the game. Anything different from PB to patch notes? A couple things so far have been a tiny bit different. Mainly just this Ornn item. On the PB, this used to give you bonus crit damage too, like 40% crit damage, but now it just gives you AD. I feel like there was something else. I don't remember. Not too many things are different from what was on PvE. Yeah, Death Stance is okay. I don't really like Death Stance on Kled because of the way the bleed works with him, but it's okay. If you're against like a lot of AD, you could go GA and Death Stance. I normally don't like Death Stance on Kled that much. It's not terrible, it doesn't have that good synergy with him. I'd usually rather buy something else. Can I link this? I mean, this is just on the League of Legends website. I can link it to you if you want though, but this is just on, whoops. Just on League of Legends. Change the static shiv icon. 3k gold, 45 AD, 25% attack speed, 20% crit. And then you deal 60 to 170 magic damage, 50% AP. Hits 6 to 12 targets in 600 range, and deals like 120% to minions. I think on the PB that only did double damage to minions, right? I don't think it did 120%. I think it was just 100% more. Maybe I'm wrong. I think this is different than PvE. This is in game now? No, this isn't in game for 2 days. It doesn't come out until Thursday. So 2 days from now, for me. Can Navori Kled still work? Yeah, it could, but I don't think it'd be good. I don't think it'd be better than just going your mythic second, because if you're gonna go quick plays, you wouldn't really go quick plays until like 3rd item or 4th. You would build other stuff in between, so you'd have some crit first. So you could do it, but I don't think it's as good anymore. The 18th, yeah, it got delayed by a day for whatever reason. Wasn't it 200%? I thought it was just double damage on the PB. Because I remember hovering and it would say like 100% AP to minions, so that would just be double. But now it just says it's more than double damage to minions. I mean, it's like overkill. Anyway, like you're gonna be one-shotting all of them almost. Especially if you have an AP. 200% would be ridiculous. That'd be like triple damage. This just doesn't hit monsters, right? It just says it hits 6 to 12 targets. So can you actually hit a monster with it? It doesn't deal bonus damage, but it's still pretty good if you can hit monsters. Stormrazor. This item is pretty broken, I think, now. Like, this new version. It's going from like one of the worst items to a really good item. It's going to be 3k gold, 55 AD, 15% attack speed, 20% crit. And then instead of giving you that slow auto attack, it gives you 45% move speed for 1 second. And it deals a pretty good amount of damage. Look, this scaling is really good. 65% of your total AD, and then 50% of your AP. And then it gives you 50% move speed for a second. Like, this is like a godlike item. What does it say? It wants you to go rapid fire with it. Collector just gets 6 lethality. Okay. This item's not that good. I don't know how much this really changes. You're saying Jin's nerfed? Wait, what? Why would this be a nerf? Deal 50 more gold. Holy, it's gutted. 50 more gold for 3% less attack speed and 2% less move speed. So it is nerfed a little bit. Dustblade. They're saying Jin's broken then. Nerfed as a result. Yeah, he's broken, then nerfed. Yeah, I agree. So this is still going to be live. Go back to Zeal. All they did was nerf it a little. It's 50 more gold for a little bit less attack speed, a little bit less move speed. I guess you can buy multiple Zeals if you want. Stackable Zeal. Okay, relax. Dustblade. So instead of making you invisible or having the auto attack slow, it's just going to make all of your spells deal up to 15% bonus damage based on the target's missing health. Oh, great. So if you're Kled, you're just dead to this if anybody buys this. When a champion you have damaged in the past 3 seconds die, you become invisible. No, that's the old one. Instead of going invisible, you go untargetable. Except for towers. Towers can still target you. This can only happen once every 10 seconds. This effect does not destroy incoming missiles? Oh no. This only worries me because now I'm worried they're going to make untargetability bugged in general. Now I'm worried I'm going to play Kled and projectiles are going to just hit me anyway, even when I'm dismounting. I hope that doesn't happen. And anytime they touch untargetability, it always bugs out Kled. I hope that doesn't affect them. I mean, I don't know. This passive is really strong. This untargetable shit is like whatever. It's like really situational. At least I think. The bonus damage is insane. It means autos will hit you? Yeah, like, so it's not even like, it's not like fizzy or dismount or anything. You just can't be like attacked again. Everything that was already flying towards you still hits you. It's kind of weird. Prowler's Claw was the first item to give every champ a targeted dash. Which unlocked amazing new car and introduced a skill-intensive item for players to show off their outplay potential. However, its consistent target access ended up limiting how we could balance and design champs. Some champs such as Talon and Rek'Sai were designed with huge payoffs if they could use their mobility skills to get into melee range. I don't. This whole statement makes no sense. I don't see how you can compare Talon and Rek'Sai. Talon has a point-and-click move that dashes on top of you already. Rek'Sai doesn't, so it makes sense to say this for Rek'Sai. But I don't understand how you can compare that to Talon. Talon already can click on you when he's on top of you. We had to nerf the payoff or nerf the mobility. We're making the call to remove the dash and promote Ghostblade the Mythic. 3 exciting Mythic choices for Assassins, holy. Yeah, they're only thinking of his E, I guess. But it doesn't even make any sense. Like, just forget about his other move. The champ's payoff is to get on the person. Yeah, but it's like how can you group Talon and Rek'Sai together? It's so much easier for Talon to get on top of you, like for free, than it is for Rek'Sai. That's the only part that I don't understand. Just the champs they decided to group together. It makes no sense to me. It costs 3k gold, 55 AD, 15 haste, 15 pen. No dash. It's not a mythic. After you dash, blink, or exit stealth, your next attack deals 85 plus 45% of your AD. So is this total AD? Like how come it doesn't say? I hate when they do stuff like that. All the other items said if it was total AD or if it was bonus. On the PB, this was bonus. So I'm gonna assume it's bonus, right? I don't think this is total. When I mentioned Renekton, I mean, they could have mentioned a lot of champs. Like, Kled buys this item all the time, too. But Kled has a dash as well. But it's not as, like, it's not a targeted dash. Your next attack on enemy champ is 85-40%. The owner is melee. You also get a 99% slow. They nerfed this. They nerfed this from PB. This is different from PB. Of course, this is the item that got changed. If Yomu's is nerfed, too, I'm gonna lose it. This is nerfed. On the PB, this was 5-second CD. Here it says 10 seconds. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but they doubled the cooldown on it if this is true. Hold on. Clicked on something by accident. They're trolling me. They're trolling me, literally. Undecided 45% AD. Yeah, what is it? Is this total? I'm gonna assume it's bonus AD. So the auto from Dustless Transporter probably, yeah, pretty much. The Dustblade doesn't have the auto attack slow. This one does. You just have to dash or come out of stealth first. Yomu's 3100. Yomu's has always been a staple of the assassin item system. Yeah, they heard that I was gonna go Ingenious Hunter. They nerfed this too. This was 8. I don't think I didn't see that. This was 8 AD on the PV. My 1 AD, where did it go? They took it from me. They took it, bro. They stole it. That was today. Oh my god. Where's my 1 AD? Anyways. Items 3100 gold. 60 AD, 20 haste. Okay, at least the stats are the same. 25% bonus on the active. I think that's buffed. Removed if you had a con move speed, but it's just on this thing instead. For each stack, you gain up to 40 out of con move speed. Okay. At maximum stacks, you get 8 to 20 lethality. 8? Yeah, that was 10 on the PV. These stacks reset 3, and that was 4. Bro, this item got nerfed left and right. This was 4. They think they can pull something on me, bro. I had that shit memorized. This was 10, and this was 4, and this was 8. Also, these stacks reset 3 seconds after dealing damage to enemy champ. This beginning part here, it says for each stack you get move speed out of combat. On the PB, you didn't lose the move speed until you fought a champion. So like fighting minions, you kept the move speed. I don't know if this is different, because the way this is worded makes it sound like you'll just lose the move speed if you hit a minion. That was like the strongest part of the item on the PB. I don't know if this is like the same or what. Yomu's awake. Woke version of Yomu's. I mean, it's pretty good. Support items. Abyssal Mask. I guess it's a support item, especially when it's going to be 2,400 gold. This item is godlike. 2,400 gold item that gives you 300 health, 10 haste, 60 MR, and then you shred everybody's MR around you by 5, and you get 9 MR for every enemy you shred. So that means if you're around one enemy, you have 69 MR. That means the item's good. This item's really good, though. Ardent Sensor. Vein Spotting? I haven't heard anybody say Vein Spotting in so long. It's 2,100 gold. The shopkeeper just gives it to you. He like hands it over to you. It's not even 25, it's 2,400 gold. It's literally a free item. 2,100 gold. This is also a free item, but it only gives you 35 AP. 75% mana regen, 8% heal shield power, 5% move speed. Like a similar passive. Gives you guys attack speed and on-hit damage. I know, these item prices are like a meme. Are you gonna... This is 2,100 and this is 2,400. Is there any champ that could go both of these two? I guess like Tarek. Go Abyssal Mask, Ardent Sensor, Tarek. Chalice, that's just a piece. Chemtech Putrifier. We're happy with the item not being a must purchase. Okay, it's 2,100 gold as well, also a free item. 35 AP, 15 haste, mana regen, heal shield power up. Okay, it's basically the same. It's just 200 gold cheaper for more heal shield power, but then you get 5 less AP. Yeah, Arden is cheaper than 2 hammers, so is this. The Echoes of Helia. Wait, is this not a mythic? No, it is a mythic. It just says it right here. A mythic passive. 2,300 gold mythic item, bro. Gives you 30 AP, 200 health, 15 haste, mana regen. And then if you damage a champ, you get a shard. And then if you heal an ally or shield an ally after, you get a shard. It heals them and then deals damage to a nearest enemy. That's such a weird mechanic. So you hit a champ, then you heal your teammate, and that just hits the champ again. That's so weird. Soraka W's her ally, and then you get hurt out of nowhere. Your soul gets siphoned. Mage is killed. What he's saying. What is the... And then you get 3 AP for every 25% of your mana regen. Disables Harmony? Okay. This item alone gives you how much? 125% mana regen? So it's 15 bonus AP right away, right? So the item actually gives you 45 AP. I mean, you're gonna build like Arden, right? Which gives you 75%. Yeah, it's like irrelevant. It gives you just get a little bit of free AP as well. No, they changed a couple stats. A couple numbers are a little different from PB. Yomu's has a bunch of different numbers. Static Shiv, it looked like a different number. A couple numbers were a little different. Even Shroud, 2,300 gold. Still a mythic. Still gives you 200 health. So all the stats are the same. It's just 200 gold cheaper. But everything about the item is exactly the same. It's just 200 gold cheaper. That's pretty good. This is orange. This is Mordekaiser's best mythic, right? Just walk up and R somebody. I mean, this is a pretty good item for 2,300 gold. Yeah, support's got a lot of fucking huge buffs this patch. So Mandate is not a mythic anymore. It's just a legendary. It's also 2,300. It's free. 55 AP, 20 haste, 100% mana regen. Abilities that slow or immobilize a champ deal bonus damage and then marks them. Wait, no, this is the old version. That's the old version. The new version is that abilities that slow or CC a champ. Okay, it still does deal bonus damage and then marks them. Your teammate hits them, that deals additional damage. And then it gives you build move speed. Brett, this item is ridiculous for 2,300 gold. I don't understand how this is balanced. What does it do? It does so many things. It gives you so many stats and does so many things for no gold. Knight's Vow is 100 gold cheaper and gives you 25 armor now in exchange for 50 health and 5 haste and health regen. And then the passive was changed from post-mitigation to pre-mitigation. You take a little more damage, a tiny bit, because you're probably marking the squishy champ. This is just a piece. Lock it. 200 gold cheaper, but otherwise like the same item. Oh, except for the shield is bigger by 20. True. How weak is this item? The Kales gives no MR, it just gives 250 health instead. And it restores more health. It has this weird passive on it. I don't understand the point of this, like, this kind of passive. You really gonna notice if you have 25% more health regen? I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't notice. Continue the video. B for B, O for orange. What are you spelling right now? Bogus. Okay. Starcaster. Huh? This is the wrong icon. It's showing the even shroud. Oh wait, no, that is Moonstone icon. I don't know. Why did I think that was even shroud? Wait, so Moonstone gives you AP? 35 AP? Tell me what patch this is? 13.10. These stats are pretty good. Virtue, don't care to be honest. Anything significant here? Just 500 gold cheaper. Jesus. What is the patch? I don't know. What is it? A bogus patch? Oh, I see. This is a mutation of the splash art line as it is. Redemption. Okay, redemption. How's this affected? Same price, 50 more health. So this is different than the PB, I think. Yeah, on PB they nerfed redemption, but here it's the same item. It just gives you 50 more health, 1% less heal shield power, and then the beam of light heals you a lot more. Yeah, so they just buffed it and then they gave it this passive. That's so weird. On the PB, Redemption was nerfed, but here it's like hella buffed. This might be the biggest like bot lane buff patch like in history. Like if you combine the ADC items with these support items are even more broken than the ADC items. This is crazy. This has to be the biggest like bot lane buff patch in history. Aurelia's is 200 gold cheaper. Pretty much everything else is the same because 5 less AP though. If you heal, okay, it gives a little bit less move speed though. 5%. The staff, 200 gold cheaper. Dude, the support's gonna be full build like in 2 seconds. 200 gold cheaper, less AP, less mana regen, but it gives you 5% move speed now. And then this gives you more AP early game. Okay, it's like pretty minor. 15% for delivery? That's enough. That's enough. I mean, I don't know how it is in Canada. In the US, 15% for delivery, that's plenty. It's not the same as like when you're in the restaurant. The guy looks so sad, and then it started raining. Just started raining on him as it happened. What the hell? Watchful Wardstone. Yeah, as he drew, it just starts raining. What's different about this item? You can only buy it after you complete your support quest. You think they fixed the bug where you get like infinite gold with it? Gives you 8% increased health, AD, AP, and haste. So what's different about this? You have to complete your quest. This one gives you 20% more bonus health, bonus AD, AP, haste. 20% more? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the cost of your order. Zeke's... Man, there's so many support items, dude. Watch the Divine got like buffed to top it all off. No, I still got the same nerf. Well, it's 35% more AD, base AD, but then the max HP is 2% less if you're melee. You're not forced to tip on a lot of the apps. They want you to tip, but you're not. Technically, you're not forced to. Can't argue that mages are hated by Riot compared to ADC supports. The problem with like mage items is that like I don't know, it's hard to make like a lot of mage items. It's like if you're a mage, so many of your items are already decided like before the game even begins. You're obviously gonna go boots, you're gonna go a mythic item, you're gonna go death cap, void staff, probably Zanya's. So it's 5 of your items are like predetermined. Like you need those items probably most games. So then you have like what, one option? Fimbulwinter. We're giving Fimbulwinter a quality of life buff by removing the mana requirement for the shield. It doesn't cost your mana. That's a pretty big change. Now, I haven't gotten to Triforce yet, bro. God damn, we're about to get to some of these Bruiser items now. Force of Nature is 100 gold cheaper, 50 more health, 10 less MR, takes longer to stack it all the way. Instead of giving you a percent reduction, it gives you 30 bonus MR. Makes sense. They just made it cheaper, but they nerfed it a little. Well, they nerfed it a good amount, but they made it cheaper. It's a pretty cheap item. Gore. Oh, Gore got 100 less gold. On the PB, it was just like... Actually, I think it was 100 less gold on the PB too, but they definitely gave it this more HP on the passive. Who cares? drink is already reasonably powerful. True. It's actually broken. If you ask me, it's broken. That's a massive nerf. Yeah. More health? No. Ceaseless hunger. Huh? The Orin upgrade is nothing? I don't think they typed that right. Whatever. I can excuse a mistake here because this is such a big patch. Yeah, a lot more people are going to buy Fawn. Or, I mean, Abyssal Mask over Fawn. Abyssal Mask is crazy. Hull Breaker, a mostly unused item? I don't think Judicial would give that answer. If I asked him, and they even mentioned Yorick. Sitting alone on the shopkeeper's shelf unless a stray Yorick decides to pick it up. So are we just gonna ignore Scion? Are we just gonna pretend like he's not in the game? Because somehow I'm facing Scion left and right. They're all inting and they're all buying Hull Breaker. It's not rare to me. We're trying a light reshape and significant buff. These are two different things. A light reshape and a significant buff. How are you doing both of those at the same time? It's 3k gold. It's going to give 10 more AD. And it's going to give 5% move speed. So for 200 gold, you get 10 AD and 5% move speed. That's a pretty good trade-off. This item is pretty good. This is really good, I think. 3k is kind of like lame, but it's a pretty strong item. It should list all the stats. Some of the items list all the unchanged stats, some of them don't. It's just a light significant buff. Like, how is it a light reshape and it's a significant buff? And this item looks good for a lot of champs. Like, this is a really good item. It's like, what is it, like 400 health, 60 AD, 5% move speed. It still gives regen, right? And then it gives armor MR, buffs your cannon. Like, it's crazy. Lord Dominic's regards, so this just increases your magic damage too. So they just added that because pretty much every ADC is going to do hella magic damage now as well. Or pretty much every meta ADC is going to do hella magic damage. So it's also going to buff your magic damage. Yeah, and Yone gets buffed. Fuck. Lost chapter. We want to acknowledge some risk in this change, given mages already tend to be top performers in pro play. See that? So it's 200 gold cheaper. Why'd they write it like this? It's 200 gold cheaper, but it only builds out a 1 amp tome. So it's just 200 gold cheaper, but only goes amp tome, mana crystal. That's it. Okay, Ma. Mages have options to play around Ma, but it should be a bit easier to wait out the shield. Okay, so Ma's going to be 100 less gold, but it's going to have a 15-second longer cooldown, and the shield lasts half as long. Wrong. 2800 gold item. This is still extremely good. I don't think the shield duration matters that much, because most of the time if you're fighting, your shield gets burned quickly. 15-second longer cooldown is like, okay, it's there. Yeah, when I'm Silas against Ma, I don't feel like I can play around it, to be honest. But I guess people could be like, just wait it out. But if most of the time the guy is like one-shotting me. Rabadon's death cap is currently a bit underpowered, despite it being such a key item. Mages should feel like this is a very powerful. Okay. It's 5% more AP. That's all you need to know. Yeah, they want you to proc it and then like just flee, just run, just let the guy live, I guess. You will buy Gore Icon faster, and the enemy will get instantly inspired on Bleach Eyes faster. True, actually, that's true. Because when I see someone fed and then they rush Gore, I do feel like we can win. Sterix, the fist item, the gauntlet. Sterix should be an essential item for Juggernauts. I don't know about that. They struggle to fill that role. So they're giving it back the tenacity. I'm assuming this is still affected by the recent tenacity nerfs. They recently made it so when you stack tenacity with other sources, it's like way less efficient. I'm assuming this counts. Why does it last so long? 8 seconds? It's actually forever. I mean, Triforce got buffed this patch, so you'll probably see more people go Sterix. Especially because Maul got a tiny bit of a nerf too. Stride Breaker, and more AD. What is this? We're not doing over 9,000 memes power level. We're not doing that. 2023. Dream Shatter. Another 10 AD. Boom. That's it? Nah, surely there's other stuff on this Ornn item. I'm guessing they just left it out. I doubt the whole Ornn item is 10 more AD. That doesn't seem right. Triforce. Limit how many things you have to track. So the buff lasts 2 seconds longer. You're not like continuously hitting them, I guess. It gives you 5 more AV and 5% more attack speed. This was more buffed on the PvE. Was it not? Wasn't this more buffed on the PvE? I swear this had more to it. Yeah, it was cheaper on the PvE. I wonder, it was 200 gold cheaper, matter of fact, which is a pretty big amount. Do you think they just forgot to put that, or they changed their mind? Yeah, it's stacked more too. So did they just like gut the item on the PvE, or did they just like forget to write it? It was like hella buffed on the PvE. Well, I don't know if they took all of that out or if they just like forgot to type it. It's a pretty big difference though from the PvE version. Fountain regens your mana a little bit faster. They pulled the cost buff 1 day after release. Yeah. Why won't I just go Rageblade instead? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they decided to do that. Well, at least you get 5% more attack speed. You happy with that? Home Guard starts 6 minutes earlier. Blast Cone spawn 4 minutes later. It's a pretty big deal. Minions. Oh, brother. So this is actually going to go live. Building up a large minion wave and pushing it into the enemy tower is one of the most powerful strategic moves in the game. It opens up a ton of options. Any successful play denies massive amounts of experience and gold. While winning lane states should be rewarded heavily, we think that the rewards for such plays are a bit too high. Pick a winning lane and slow push the wave. We're making tower dives a bit more risky by making it so that the minions will not switch their tower from a tower once they damage it. This means that while trying to orchestrate a tower dive, the conductor, you'll need to do so without the help of your minion damage. This is the worst change of all time. Of all time, by the way. Of all time, this is one of the worst changes they've ever put in the game. I wish I was exaggerating. Minions that are currently attacking an enemy tower will ignore it. So yeah, so if you're trying to dive a champ, your minions will just not help you, assuming this isn't bugged. This is one of the dumbest changes of all time. Given we're re-adding some hybrid builds to the game, we're also removing one of the major, if your champion damage the towers. Now you'll deal your total AD plus your AP. Yeah, it used to just be whichever number was higher. Whichever way you would have done more, it would just pick one, but now you just deal both. Yeah, and then mid lane minions will meet at the same time as side lane, so the side lane minions are just faster a little bit. And it stops happening at 14 minutes. I wonder how much faster are we talking? Side lane minions are sped up a little bit. The mid lane minions move at the same speed. So I guess because all the ADCs are going to build AD and AP now, or a lot of them, you'll just deal more damage to towers. It's so weird because towers are already so squishy. Like everybody destroys towers in this game, unless you're like a tank without demolish. Everyone else shreds towers. Turret plating. We've all been in the situation where a single gank, Rift Herald, or a bad mistake in lane costs 2 to 3 tower plates, snowballing the lane out of control. These scenarios are important as individual wins, but we think they've gone a bit too far. You know, they might as well just type, dude, we've all been in that scenario where you try to combo the enemy champ, you mess it up, and you die. Dude, doesn't that suck, bro? Wouldn't you rather have it be a little bit less punishing? Yeah, I know, between gank and mistake, it's just Rift Herald. Rift Herald pulls up to your lane by himself. By herself, she solo ends your lane. This shouldn't affect small wins where one plate is taken, but should help you avoid losing your entire tower to a single push. So basically, if someone's taking plates from you, if there's multiple champs in your lane taking plates, the tower just gets tankier a lot faster. So they're going to get less plates out of it. So if you die to like a gank, they'll get less plates. Unleash teleport. Finally a good change. For top laners, this is a dream, but also a nightmare. What? The other change in this patch aim to help side laners 1v1 a lot more. For top laners, this is the dream, but also a nightmare. I don't understand. Oftentimes, their 1v1s have little impact in the other part of the game. We're dialing back the unleash teleport timer so you can impact the second dragon. So TP unleashes 4 minutes sooner. That's all you need to know. Teleport. You get unleash teleport 4 minutes faster. Unleash teleport cooldown is going from 240. I don't understand this right here. Because you don't have unleash teleport until 10 minutes. You're not gonna. You can't be level 1 with unleash teleport. I don't understand how this makes sense. You're gonna be like level 10 anyway. I don't understand this. I don't understand how this affects anything unless you you were AFK. Right? Like I don't understand this. Are you AFK? You come into the game, it's already 10 minutes. So the level 1 champ, he has unleash teleport. What the fuck? Yeah, unless they mean base teleport. It says here we're also adjusting the cooldown of unleash teleport in the early game. Maybe they meant normal teleport. But then why would they nerf teleport early game? I don't understand. I don't get it. That was a weird, they wrote that weird. Hey, listen, it's Navi. Farsight will now provide vision over walls within 500 units. Farsight will now ping the enemy champs revealed. Upon detecting enemy champ for the first time, Farsight will ping the enemy champ on the minimap. Get more vision and then self-destruct. Who thinks of these changes? Like, I want to know who comes up with this stuff. So if you put a blue ward, an enemy champ walks around it, your ward will ping them for you, like almost double its vision, and then kill himself. Apparently there's still time for the enemy to kill the ward for 15 gold? This is weird. Oracle Lens, the day you almost got Captain Jack Sparrow. If the owner of Oracle Lens is actively hitting a ward, their team will get vision of the ward. What? So if you're sweeping a ward, your team will also get vision of the ward? I mean, if you're hitting it, how do they not see it? I don't understand. 2 seconds of vision will be granted since the last hit. Okay, whatever. Oracle Lens will now have 2 charges. 2 charges of Oracle Lens, but it lasts less time. And it takes longer to recharge. Okay, I don't know. These are both mad random. But people are going to have to get used to the lower duration, because people usually sweep really early. Like, you start sweeping early. But yeah, you have 2 charges now. It's kind of weird. It's just like a weird... These are just some weird changes.